Hello everyone, before we start, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with where you're from and what time you're watching. That way, YouTube will keep showing you stories just like this one. Now let's begin. Story 1. The Tucumcari Blink mid-July heat had varnished central New Mexico when rideshare mechanic Tyler Tires Mendoza downshifted his sputtering 009 Civic into the gravel lot of the Blue Swallow Motel. Its sky blue stucco glowing beneath a famous neon swallow and the word Vacancy cycling crimson against the star-clotted sky. Tyler's motive was survival radiator hissing steam after a 14-hour sprint from Phoenix to dodge an unpaid repo crew. He signed the roadside register at 11:28 p.m., thanked night clerk Betty for a real brass key and limped to room 6, where Route 66 guidebooks swear you can still hear the mother road breathe. Inciting glitch as Tyler unpacked tools, the neon Vacancy stuttered into a rhythm ... textbook SOS. He chalked it up to heat stroke until his police scanner app crackled. Need wrecker at mile marker 329, single vehicle fire, same mile he'd just crawled past minutes earlier with no flames in sight. Rising tension tightened when all motel clocks lobby cuckoo poolside beer sign, even Tyler's smartwatch froze at 12:19 a.m. The exact minute historic fire engine 119 derailed nearby in 1943 hauling aviation fuel. Angeles-bound tanks torched the desert. 16 crew were dubbed the Tucumcari Dozen +4 in forgotten wartime papers. Clues compounded as Tyler's radiator leak splashed a dark puddle that shimmered like fuel, reflecting silhouettes in Wotuo engineer caps. The Vacancy sign blinked faster now, unmistakably spelling names Hogan, Soto, Liu, matching casualties on a scorched roadside marker Tyler had zipped past at dusk. Climax detonated when room 6 phone rang, though line service died decades ago. A gravel voice hissed, "Clear the track." Outside, spectral rails materialized down the asphalt, iron glowing red-white. A ghost locomotive roared through the lot, sparks carving Tyler's shadow into the stucco as wind shoved him against the Civic. He dove behind a concrete planter. The train screamed through solid walls, sucking neon dark for 7 heartbeats. Outcome light returned, clocks ticked 12:20 and radiator puddle evaporated, leaving soot prints shaped like boot soles marching toward the highway. Tyler fired the Civic temperature gauge miraculously cool and peeled east, never breaking. Twist a stinger. 2 weeks later, a parcel reached his Tempe P.O. box, a Blue Swallow key fob tagged Room 6 Return. When track is clear and burned into the brass fresh Morse pits, reading simply "Your Turn." Story 2. The Hackberry Howl. A silvered half moon hung over the red mesas when wildlife podcaster Dana Coyote Kid Morales coasted her battered Airstream into Hackberry General Store, the once booming Arizona fuel stop, now more museum than mercantile. She chased nocturnal coyote calls across the Mojave for a Halloween special and needed ice gas and Wi-Fi to upload raw audio before her sponsor deadline. The Coke Red 57 Corvette bolted to the station roof glinted like a warning flare, and the lone fluorescent open buzz sounded suspiciously flat A above middle C, her musician brain noted. She added her name to the dusty logbook at 10:56 p.m., the only entry since 2019. Hook snapped when the Route 66 neon Vacancy arrow, salvaged from a long-raised motel in Seligman, flicked on, though no lodging existed for 50 miles, its blink pattern spelling VARUM in Morse. Confused Dana unlocked linguistic neurons. Varum is Swedish for beware. setting chilled as warm diesel air surrendered to juniper musk. The vintage gas pumps clicked pennies on their roll dials, though no nozzle moved. Motive clear, she just wanted a 5-bar upload. But the store's radio diorama of Elvis LPs and glass bottle Dr. Pepper whispered bigger stories. Her recordist itch made her plant a shotgun mic on the porch rail. Inciting snap, the first test playback revealed coyotes answering in real time, but their yips layered under a deeper lupine throat, something too large, too wet, pacing gravel less than 20 feet from her, yet invisible beneath sodium lights. Tension ratcheted when a brittle Polaroid fluttered from the overhead Route 66 map image of the very porch, time-stamped 12:13 a.m., 20 minutes ahead, with Dana, frozen mouth agape, and a blurred ash-gray canid the height of a yearling elk looming behind her. Clues and legends surfaced as she skimmed an aged Route 66 zine. Miners in 1938 swore of an oversized howler stalking Hackberry's dumps, flayed pelts found inside out. Last sighting the night the town's silver mill shut down, 12:13 a.m. exactly. Climax howled in when all 10 collectible gas pumps erupted into simultaneous sail mode numbers, spinning hoses thrashing like serpents, diesel mist clouding the moonlight. From that haze, twin amber eyes the size of hubcaps locked onto Donna jaws, panting kerosene vapor that reeked of graveled carrion. She backpedaled into the Airstream slam door microphone, still live, recording a roar so low it rattled her ribcage, followed by claws scoring aluminum siding and a perfect Route 66 shield outline. Outcome at 12:14, the pumps fell silent. Polaroid vanished and her hotspot suddenly pulsed full bars. She gunned the trailer east, upload progress ticking 66% exactly when she cleared town limits. Twist, char, stinger. 3 weeks later, Patreon fans flagged a spectrogram hidden in her episode between 1.6 1.8 kHz. The howler's roar modulated Morse again, ... spelling DANA while her sidings gouged. Route 66 emblem glows faint phosphor green each night at 12:13, no matter where she camps. Story 3. The Galena green glow. Early November frost lacquered the Kansas spur of 66 when antique picker Elise Lucky Nickel Tran rolled her U-Haul into Galena's historic streetcar station, hunting signage to flip on Etsy. Her motive was debt-killing profits before year's end. And the derelict Silver Crown Court with its onion bulb street lamps and collapsed carports promised salvage gold. She signed the cracked office register at 9:58 p.m., heatless neon vacancy stuttering dull jade behind spidered glass. Inciting glitch while prying a porcelain door number, Elise's Geiger counter. She collects uranium glass pinged faint gamma it shouldn't in a Corn Belt motel. Rising tension struck when the vacancy tubes brightened to radioactive emerald and blinked rapid Morse UREX. She Googled on flaky LTE. Urex was the ticker symbol for the defunct United Radium Extraction Co., whose 1947 tailings spill poisoned Spring River 3 blocks south. Clue Cascade office walls bore faint silhouettes of workers in lead aprons, outlines glowing green under her phone's night mode. Guest room drapes fluttered, the windows were boarded. Elise remembered Route 66 lore of Radium Ruth, a watch dial painter who lodged here while testifying against Urex. She died of jaw necrosis, suitcase never claimed. Setting thickened as a metallic honey smell, rotted teeth and ozone filled the corridor. At 11:11, the motel's lone street lamp flicked on, projecting a skeletal shadow that wasn't hers. A jaw hinged too wide, clutching a paintbrush, dripping light. climax detonated sheetrock pulsed translucent, revealing dozens of dial faces swirling like trapped fireflies. Their radium numerals counted down from 10. With each tick, the vacancy sign flashed brighter, bathing Elise in searing green until bones showed through skin. She hurled a lead-lined banker's bag over her head, dove into the U-Haul and gunned west. The sign's final blink hit 0, exploding bulbs in a silent flash that etched Ruth's grin across her rear view. Outcome radiation scans in Tulsa read normal, yet every photo Elise snaps now carries ghostly green numbers stamped 000 at the corner. Twist, stinger. A certified parcel reached her P.O. box. Ruth's suitcase, postmarked 1948, label faded. Inside lay hundreds of untouched radium-laced dial blanks and a motel key tag engraved Silver Crown Courtroom 0, its plastic still glowing enough to cast shadows, spelling out one last Morse loop. SALVAGEME. Story 4. The Devil's Elbow Echo. Ozark fog hugged the bends of the Big Piney River when long-haul Lyft driver Marcus Night Shift Givens coasted his Hyundai Ioniq off I-44 to chase the original 1926 pavement of Route 66 near Devil's Elbow, Missouri. His motive was simple: stretch cramped legs and stream a sunrise vlog for subscribers who loved his urbex detours. The crumbling Elbow Inn, half-boarded since the 2017 flood, still flaunted its pink neon cabins, Arrow Power long dead. But at 4:59 a.m., the tubes flickered alive in migraine magenta, luring him like a moth. He pried open the screen door, scrawled his online handle in a rain-warped ledger on the bar, and propped his phone on a stack of Bud Light coasters to film ambient creek sounds. Inciting incident: a shotgun blast clap rocked the hollow. The phone light strobed and the neon arrow began blinking precise Morse BUCK. Marcus remembered roadside lore that Devil's Elbow once hosted deer poaching gangs whose leader, Buckshot Bill, died 1939 after a bar brawl over river raft tolls. Rising tension condensation frosted the mirrors, revealing hoof-shaped scuffs on the dance floor dust. The jukebox unplugged, spun to track B6 Patsy Cline's Crazy, but the playback crawled half-speed vocals drowned in distant antler clacks. Clues and Legends: Marcus's vlog chat lit with viewers claiming a tall, antlered silhouette paced behind him. Bandwidth tanked though LTE was full. He focused headlights through the cracked back window and saw river fog pleating like curtains, exposing ghost rafters hauling chains of deer skulls downstream. Climax: the neon arrow snapped off the only glow now, Marcus's taillights, and in that red wash stood Buckshot Bill, face stitched with buck carving scars, hoisting a Winchester made of antlers. The bar's chalkboard erupted with phantom bullet holes spelling "Pay the Toll." A deafening rack and blast echoed, shattering bottles into glass shards snow. Marcus dove behind the counter, whiskey fumes igniting a fireball that licked antler rafters into screaming silhouettes. Outcome: he sprinted to the Hyundai tires, spitting gravel as spectral hooves galloped on the roof. At highway merge, the weight-lifted radio auto-tuned to Patsy Cline at normal speed. Twist, stinger: 2 days later, his channel struck viral gold. The live stream had uploaded despite the outage, but the Morse arrow blinked in perfect sync on replay, while the final frame froze on a road sign calf tag dangling from his rearview mirror that he swore hadn't been there. Devil's Elbow toll paid, return at rut. Story 5. The Amboy crater signal Thanksgiving Eve's wind scoured the Mojave like a sandblaster when guerrilla photographer LeBron Flash Carter skidded his matte black Ducati onto the glass-smooth stretch of Route 66, slicing past Amboy, California. He'd come chasing star trail shots above the dormant cinder cone clickbait for his 2 million follower Night Sky channel, and to outrun breakup noise still pinging his phone. The vacant Roy's Motel Cafe loomed ahead, its iconic neon arrow normally dark, yet at 11:06 p.m. It roared to life, letters cycling blood orange vacancy in a 4-beat Morse that spelled FLASH. Hooksetti laughed it off as coincidence registered in a brittle check-in book inside the diner and dragged a vintage petrol can to prop his tripod on the black lava shoulder. Inciting incident detonated when his Nikon's intervalometer seized every fourth frame overexposed with a towering white column like a 1950s nuke test erupting from Amboy crater 30 seconds in the future. Rising tension, old payphone on the cafe porch rang line, spitting static, then a clipped military bark shot dog -2. Flash Googled cached lore of Operation Teapot 1955 tests rumored to include an unreported shot dog canceled after seismic instability. Clues surfaced, roadside lava pebbles throbbed red, giving off Geiger counterclicks, though he carried no meter. Diner jukebox unplugged spun Frankie Lyman's Why Do Fools Fall in Love at Chipmunk Speed, while condiment bottles popped their caps, squirting ketchup patterns like blast rings. Climax cracked 11:11 when Amboy crater's rim glowed cherry tremor, shaking Route 66. Signs into Morse flashes, RUN.